That's pimp culture. And we have to give our young boys basic principles about how to honor a woman. And, you know, I always talk to my young guys in the audience and I ask them, like, how many young sisters do you have? You know, how would you feel if you walked into a strip bar and seen your sister on that stage? And, you know, prostitution isn't just at street level. It's strip bars and all that. And we need to teach our young men that those aren't places to go. They dishonor women. And once we give them the, and be very upfront with kids. Kids don't want you to beat around the bush and say the birds and the bees. You gotta just be upfront and honest. I have a 13-year-old social justice activist, which is one of the most sought after anti-poverty activists across Canada. And I was just honest with her. You know, this is what I did, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, fine. But if I would have beat around the bush, she would have been like... So, that's all I can say.
Question over here. Nathan?
I was just going to say, how long have you guys been speaking? And have you been outside of Canada as well for speaking?
I go all over. I'm everywhere. So I've been speaking for 6 years. 6 years. Angel's been on for 2. 3. Yeah. So, and there was a question back here. Yes.
Besides the speaking engagements, what other activities are you involved in? I know.
Well, I'm in law school. I co-founded an organization called Sex Trade 101, which is abolition-run experiential women, was giving women that have, I'll give our motto. We believe that everyone should be shown a viable way out of the sex trade, not encouraged to stay in it. By keeping, and being encouraged to leave with their minds and spirits intact. So what we do is, we have this new program called the Restart Program. And it's funding to help a girl restart her life. Whether it's $20, whether it's $50, it's giving that girl that chance. And we have a 3-based peer mentorship program. And one is peer-based, which is from a fellow experiential girl, community, and spiritual. Because you got to repair the spirit. So what we do is we give people back their dignity by encouraging them to tell their story and reclaiming who they are. And that's what we do at Sex Trade 101. We also do workshops and do a whole bunch of outreach stuff and events. And I also train police officers. I forgot to say that. I go across Canada, we train law enforcement officers in the detection of human trafficking. The founder, Natasha Fowl, she teaches Humber College, is a professor with the Police Foundation's program. So we're getting there, slowly and surely. Yes?
The recent brothel ruling in Ontario, how have our courts been so deceived? Like, how do you fight that?
Well, this is what I say, and it's not the laws that kill women. It's not the place where they're in that kill women. It's not the streets that kill the women. It's the men who kill the women. So they're saying, oh, it's safety, marginalized women will not work in a brothel. I can't even get our marginalized women to come into group, let alone I could never see them be sustained in a brothel. It's a misuse of justice, because that 3% spoke for the status quo. And that 3% only thought of this. And they say it's something about protection. It's not about protection. Because if we hold the demand accountable for their actions, then the supply will diminish. And that's why we work alongside MP Joyce Smith in getting the mandatory minimum sentence for people who traffic children raised from no time to 6 years. So it's hard. Senate shot it down. Think, Ottawa, patriarchal, it's man-made law. So, we're hoping that the Nordic model will be brought to Canada, and we'll follow that by holding the demand accountable. And these men need to be registered as sex offenders.
Amen.
Because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Any more questions?